Welcome to the Hoodstead. I'm Leah. I got my glasses on just to make sure that the camera is not blurry, but I'll take them off so you don't have that glare. But I'm gonna bake bread without an oven. How am I gonna do that, you ask? A bread machine. And y'all know I don't have a kitchen, so I have to have as many appliances as I need to be able to do these things. So, all I got is this Oster air fryer slash toaster oven thing, and I can't bake bread in that. You know what? Maybe I can bake bread in that. I'm gonna have to try to see if I can bake bread in that. But for now, we're just gonna do the bread machine. So what I have is another Oster. I have this thing with Osters, but this is my bread machine. It's an Oster. It's got the dials on top here. This thing is old. I've had this, oh God, 15 years probably. It's got, this is the machine. It comes with a bread pan that goes in, and this is the paddle that fits in there. It's a little shape. You can see the shape right there. It's flat on one side. See it? And then it's flat on one side in there. And they go together like that. Okay, and then it goes, I'll bring you over here. I'll get you back right, but this is the inside of the bread machine. So you just take this little pan, put it down in here like that. You can see, and then it just locks in. Okay. And now I have a basic white bread recipe. Got a little crooked. It's gonna have to be a little crooked. I hope it's not too bad. I look like I'm on a. I look like I'm on a hill. We're just gonna be on the hill because I can't fix it. Hold on. Let's see if I can fix you. Nope. We're gonna be on the slant. Okay. Whatever works. Anyway, this is a basic white bread recipe. I make this every Wednesday. This is my normal my weekly bread. So it's 1 cup of hot water. It's 3 cups of flour, salt, sugar, yeast. I'll get into all the ingredients as I go along. But the water in this particular machine, it says that you have to put the wet ingredients in first. So that's what we have to do in this particular one. So we have a 1 cup of hot water. I know it doesn't say exactly a cup because I have it on the slant. Not too hot, not scalding. Hot, like a warm bath. Because you don't want to get the yeast to activate, but you don't want to kill them. So you put the water in first. It calls for a 1/4 cup of oil. I use olive oil. Any brand will work. Whatever you like. You can use any oil. Avocado, I guess, might work. Experiment. You can probably use vegetable oil, canola oil, soybean oil, whatever oil you like. I just don't think it should be a solid, but I don't know. I always work with liquid oils, but I always like olive because I like the texture and I like the flavor. Now, I don't have a tiny little measuring cup that does 1/4 cup increments, so I'm just going to pour halfway between the bottom and the half. So, put my glasses back on because I'm blind. Everything's blurry. So let me do this real quick. Okay, put it up here. Okay, 1/4 cup of oil. Excuse my big hand. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's about right. So about a 1/4 cup of oil. I'm not a lefty either. Okay, and that goes in. Okay, I got my little spatula. And scrape out the oil. I'm one of them people. I gotta get every last little drop and crumb of everything. Next I would do the salt and the sugar so I can mix that in. Okay, and now the salt. I got, what is it, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. So I got my half here. Did I lose my teaspoon? I guess I did. Did I take the teaspoon out? There it is. Teaspoon. There we go. So we got 1.5 teaspoons of salt. So this is my one. Okay. Any old salt will work. Whatever salt you like. I wonder how, like Himalayan pink salt or that probably give it a good flavor. If you're not familiar with Himalayan pink salt, it's an unmined whole salt. It's got all the minerals and stuff in it. I've had it flaked on tomatoes. Oh, it's so good, nice and crunchy. So this is 1 teaspoon, and then half. I got my notes off to the side over there because I don't have this memorized yet. So then there's the 1/2 teaspoon. Okay. And my sugar. Tablespoon. That's my tablespoon. Okay. Go away. There we go. Tablespoon of sugar. I use, this is, what do they call it? Demerara sugar, I think it's called. But again, you can use whatever sugar you want. White sugar. I like this sugar. It's a kind of a raw sugar. I'll find it. Let me just put this in and then I'll show you the label. I get this from Target. I like it. Kind of a cross between the Morena sugar. Can you see that? That's what I use. Has that molassesy smell still? I like this a lot. It's kind of like the sugar in the raw. I find sugar in the raw, the crystals are a little too, the granules are a little too big for me. Sandy. What else? What I have in here now. I got my water, the sugar, the salt. All right, that's all in. Now we got to add the flour. Now I just take my little spatula and I just go in here and just mix this up, slosh it around a little bit. Just to get just to dissolve some of the salt and the sugar before I put it in there. A little bit more oil in there. Okay. All right, now we add the flour. Now, use any type of flour you want. I'm bougie, so I have my earthquake, my King Arthur bread flour. But you can use all-purpose. You can use almond flour. You can use, if you got gluten allergies, you can use a gluten-free flour. So whatever flour you want. You can use a combination of flours if you want. Experiment. You don't have to buy this. I think this bag of flour was probably like $3, but I went to Walmart and I got a 10-pound bag of flour for $3. It was the all-purpose white bleach flour, but I bought it anyway, just, for my prepping needs. But yeah, I've done this flour, and then I make my own oat milk sometimes, and the oat pulp at the end, I threw that in here. The last batch I made, and it came out really good. So experiment with your flours. Play around with your flours. You don't have to go. You don't have to go crazy trying to get all these gourmet flours. I'm telling you, Walmart got a 10-pound bag. I'll show you at the end. A big old bag of flour. But don't just take your measuring cup and just slam it down in there, because then what happens is it compacts the flour and you get an inaccurate measurement, because it's not packed. You just want it like just regular fluff, not fluff flour, but not sifted, but you don't want it smashed down in the cup either. So you take a smaller cup and you put that in, and then you pour it into the cup that you're measuring it in. See, and then fill it up. Put it back in the bag so it doesn't spill. So now you have this mounded flour here. So then what you want to do is take a knife or any flat edge and just kind of move it around and then just shave off the excess. See, then you get a nice, even, flat measure of flour. See that? Okay. So then that's one. Okay, and my second one is 3 cups of bread flour that I'm using. And we shave it, back it up to fill in the gaps, and then just shave it off. Look at me, I look like a TV chef. There you go, that's 2. And one more again. Go and shave it off. I'm about to knock this bag over. Up, get it in, get it in. Don't waste the flour. Ah. All right, and 3. Now, what you do with the yeast is you make a little hole in the top of the flour because you don't want the yeast to touch any liquid in the bread machine. I don't know why, but that's what the bread machine company says. So you want to make a little hole. See the hole? Hope you can see the hole. Okay. Now we're gonna take the yeast and we're gonna fill in the hole. I'm partial, because I just did it myself, to Fleischmann's yeast, and it has to be active dry, not the quick rise. There's a quick rise yeast, and then there's an active dry yeast. Quick rises are I think you use them for. I never used the quick rise, but I think they're good for like quick breads, like banana breads, things like that. I don't know. I don't make those. I've never made those. I should say I don't make those. I never made them, so I don't know. But this is the brand I prefer, Fleischmann's Active Dry. I got this brand from Aldi. I guess it works okay. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I'm bougie, so you know, I want my name brand. So this calls for 2 3/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. One of these packets is a 1/4 ounce, and a 1/4 ounce of yeast is equal to about 2 1/4 teaspoons. So 1 packet of these is 2 1/4 teaspoons. This recipe calls for 2 3/4 teaspoons, so I have to add another 1/2 teaspoon to this. So I'm just going to cut this open, and you can get these in these little packets, Aldi. You can get them. You can buy them in bulk. You can go to like your big box store, the one that starts with the C, and Wally World, and all of those. You can buy it in like a little jar. However, you can get yeast. You know, it all works. These are like, I don't know how much these were. I think it was 79 cents, 89 cents for the 3. But yeah. So yeast is these little live granules. They're dry and they look kind of like sand. So I'm gonna pour some out just so you could see it in the light. This is the whole pack anyway, but remember the pack is 2 1/4, but that's what yeast kind of looks like. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little blurry. Add them to warm water, it wakes them up. So then we're going to put the yeast in the indentation in the flour. Okay, so this 1 pack is 2 1/4. Put that in there. And then another, Lord, I can't tell if that's a half or not. I'm so blind. Oh, man. Nope. That's the teaspoon. But I'm going to use just half the teaspoon. I have a pack that's open already. So we're just going to put that in there. No, it's not enough. Oh, snap. Alright, so I gotta open up another one. So crooked. So crooked. So crooked. Okay. So now I'm gonna do a little spilling it all over. So another half a teaspoon. Okay. And that's that. Okay. So now I'm gonna show you what it looks like in here. Let's see if I can get the light down in there. Can you see it? Got it in my left hand. I don't know why. So they're going all over the place. So now you got a mound. Okay, and then in the mound is a divot, and in the divot is the yeast. Okay? So now we plug it. Close the top, plug it in. Plug it in. You know, all my produce, I'm gonna be doing jam next. Okay, now this particular one has settings.